So I am on my lunch break. I am getting ready to start my pepper seeds, my tomato seeds, and I forget what else. But yeah, so I had to go and buy some potting mix simply because I had poured boiling hot water over the cocoa core just enough to make it wet and like kill whatever may have laid eggs in there. And then I left it out, and then we got pouring down rain, and that was all she wrote, y'all. So I had to go buy some. And that is what I'm getting ready to do now, is just start some seeds. And yeah, need to hurry up because I am on my lunch break like always. I feel like I started my seeds a little too late this year. Last year, I actually started them in February, and this year I started them in March. I have been a little busy. I have a trip coming up in the middle of March to Vegas, and I will be there for 3 weeks, so I hope my family doesn't let my plants die. And I got a lot. I think this is 72 sales, so I ain't come to play. The seeds that I started on this day have germinated. I put them on the mat for about a week, I would say, and they have germinated. Now they are under lights. And then I also started some new seeds that will be in an upcoming video, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you see my next video. So I started seeds here at my house, and I also started some seeds at my sister's house, and I put those ones in the greenhouse. I started some carrots, beets, and also radishes. I just let those stay in the greenhouse, and I told my sister, please don't let my plants die. Please do not let my plants die. I also planted some garlic and strawberries. I don't know if it's too early, but I had to get stuff in the ground simply because I am going to be gone for 3 weeks. Now, my seedlings that I will have at my house, my husband and my daughter will be looking after them, and I told them, please do not let my babies die. They are probably going to become upset with me and block me as much as I'm going to be calling them to be looking after my plants, because baby, if they let all my hard work go to waste, I am not going to be a happy camper. Oh yeah, I also started onions. I totally forgot about those onions. I picked a lot of my kale and I picked some of my collards. You guys, I'm just all over the place, but I also need to plant my potatoes. So I need to plant those before I leave, which I am going to do as soon as possible, because I bought a lot of seeded potato. But I had watched the Millennial Gardener, and he had just bought some seeds, not seeds, but some organic potatoes from Trader Joe's that were like $3.50, and he had a whole bunch of potatoes in a bag, and he just let those sprout and planted them, and then he had an awesome yield when it came to harvesting his potatoes. So I think I will do that next year. I think I could start potatoes in the fall. Correct me if I am wrong in the comments, please. If you have been following along with me since I began gardening last year, you guys will know that I was so stressed last year. Like, I was freaking out about everything. But this year I am a little more calm, probably because I've gone through it, so I know sort of what to expect. And hey, everything isn't going to go perfectly. But you guys, at the beginning of gardening, when I first started last year, I was so stressed. I was coming on here freaking out, asking questions. Y'all, it was a hot mess. But a lot of you helped me through it and pushed me through it and didn't let me give up. So I thank you all for that. And I also thank you all for your advice and helping me learn how to actually garden, well, the correct way, because I don't know what I was doing. I was doing what I wanted to do, obviously. But I do thank you all so very much. If you are starting a spring garden this year, let me know in the comments down below what you're going to have in your garden. I planted some flowers as well. A lot of people told me to plant marigolds because a lot of like insects and whatnot do not like marigolds. So like they deter a lot of things. So I planted a lot of marigolds, you guys. I started a lot of those seeds. I also started some flowers called cosmos and snapdragon and zinnias. I think those are the only flowers that I started. I have to actually take a look because I 100% cannot remember. But when I come back, I may come back from my 3-week vacation. That is, I don't know why I keep calling it a vacation. I'm just taking a trip for 3 weeks. It is not going to be a vacation, but I am going to go to the garden nursery to pick up some starter plants, because when I get back, it will be probably way too late to actually start some seeds. I did want to start watermelon as well. My sister wanted watermelon. I don't know why she trying to put stuff on the list, but she'll never help. And if she kill my plants, y'all, I'm going to be so angry. But anyways, let me calm down. back to the starter plants. So yeah, I might go to the garden nursery to actually pick up some starters, even though for some odd reason, whenever I buy starters, I kill them. But if I start something from seed, it thrives. I don't know what that is about, but let me know if you have a similar problem. You guys, I just don't know what that is about. Since spring gardening is amongst us, you guys will see a whole lot more videos from me. My posting dates are going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell notification so that you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. I've been doing a lot. There's been a lot going on, so I have a lot of footage that I have to edit. Also, you guys might see some shorts from me or even just me posting on my community tab, just keeping you guys up to date about what's happening in my garden. You guys already know I'm a struggle, but again, I feel calm this gardening season. I know I'm going to do well. So you know what? I'm a woo-saw. I'm just going to woo-saw. So what I am doing right now is putting one seed into each cell. This is because I won't be here to actually thin things out, so I'm just taking it one by one, little tiny seeds. Some of the seeds weren't all that tiny, but some of them were super tiny that I had to use my garden tweezers. Yes, I have tweezers just so I can pick up the super tiny seed. But again, yeah, I did plant a lot. I have planted a lot, you guys. And I planted it seed by seed into each cell. Slight change of subject. So last year, my tomatoes didn't do well at all. Like, y'all, I was literally stressing out over those tomatoes. I had so many tomato plants. They were producing tomatoes, but they all had what's that rot called? Bottom rot. I can't remember what it's called, but they all had that. And you guys, I was just stressing out. This year, I want to put more focus on my tomato plants because last year my peppers did very well. So of course I'm still going to focus on my peppers, but I'm going to pay special attention to my tomatoes. Now last year I took all my tomato plants except one to my sister's house. The one that I left at my house and on my back patio where I don't get that much sun did so well. I was like, what in the world? It doesn't even get that much sun, but it did so well. If you guys look to the right of me, like you're right, that is the raised bed I had put that tomato plant in. And when I say that thing was thriving, it was thriving. It gave me tomatoes up until like, I want to say October is when I picked the last tomato. You guys, I was like, let me focus more on my tomato plants this year, maybe cover them up. Someone last year did mention that I should get a shade cloth, so I am also going to look into that because the sun is scorching hot down here. Once it's summertime, the sun is sitting on your shoulders, you guys. It's so insane. Another thing I want to focus on this year is going to be my potatoes. If you guys remember last year, I was so excited about growing potatoes and basically got nothing. I don't know what I did wrong or whatever, but I have done more research, so I am going to pay more attention to my potatoes and not stress over them, keep them watered, keep them fed, and so forth. I've heard several people say that growing potatoes is like one of the easiest things to grow, but not for me, you guys. It was not easy for me at all. My potatoes did so horribly. I have watched more videos, like I said earlier, I've watched more videos and I've done a little bit more research. So I am confident this year that I am going to get a great yield when it comes to my potatoes. What's one thing that you have struggled with when it comes to gardening? I honestly thought I was going to struggle with my peppers, but that was not the case. My peppers did excellent. My peppers were giving me peppers until like November, maybe even December. Like they just kept on growing. I eventually just was like, okay, let me compost these. But yeah, I honestly thought I was going to do great with tomatoes and potatoes and not do great with peppers. And it was the total opposite. So this year, I'm just going in and I'm going to say, I'm going to get what I get and I'm not going to throw a fit. You know what? I always forget to introduce myself. Anyways, like we're almost done with this video, but guess what? My name is Evita. I live in South Carolina in Zone A.
I started gardening last year and it was a struggle. If you guys want to go back and look at my past videos, I did combine all of my videos into one video that is on my playlist. So if you guys are interested in that, it is rather long. I think it's like 6 hours, maybe a little over 6 hours. Can't exactly remember. But if you're interested in those videos and like watching me struggle last year and getting extremely frustrated, ready to give up and everything else, go check it out. A little bit more about me is that I eat a plant-based diet and my family does not. So I don't really consider myself vegan. I am just plant-based. I started gardening because I want to know where my food comes from. I want to know how my food was grown, and I want it to be organic without having to pay those high prices for organic produce at the store.
All right, you guys, I have run out of time. I need to clean this up and eat my food, my lunch, and then yeah, I'm gonna put this one on a heating mat. Y'all, this wind. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I am going to plant later. I'm going to plant my flowers, herbs, and cucumbers later today. That'll be like after work, but I just did this one on my lunch break. So see you guys next time. Bye.